Hi, welcome to the Blazor Puzzle. I'm Carl Franklin, VP of App vNext, and that's Jeff Fritz from Microsoft. Hey Jeff, what's up?
Things are going well, Carl. It's been a good week of writing code, but where the heck are you?
Oh yeah, well, I'm at this little castle in Tuscany and the Maremma region. All right, it's a huge castle. And,
oh my gosh!
For those who don't know, I'm teaching a Blazor masterclass here in a castle. It's a week-long class, and Jeff actually did the promo for me. We only are in class from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay.
And the rest of the time, people bring their significant others, and then they're off doing things all day.
So you got a nice little vacation with some really good training at the beginning of the day. Nice.
Yeah, I call it a traincation.
Okay. All right.
So tell everybody about the Blazor Puzzle.
Sure. So listen, every show on the Blazor Puzzle, we're going to give you some Blazor code that doesn't work, or there's something that isn't quite right in there, some Blazor coding challenge.
Right. And if you know the answer, if you think you know the answer, you should not post it on social media.
No, don't do that. That'd be spoiling it for everyone else. Listen, instead, we want you to email your answers to blazorpuzzle@appvnext.com.
And we'll pick a winner from all the correct answers, and that person will win one of these, a Blazor Puzzle Mug.
And a nice t-shirt as well, right?
Yeah, DevExpress has provided us some t-shirts to give away, and we've been doing that lately.
Oh, very cool. Now, let's go back and talk about that last puzzle. What do you say, Carl?
Sure. All right, if you remember, it was a lazy loading challenge. We created a Blazor WebAssembly application.
Yep.
We included this big assembly right here, which is actually a project over here.
Right. Didn't it have like thousands of methods in there?
Yeah. I think 100,000 methods.
Holy
right?
smokes,
So a lot
Carl.
of code.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's big. Just the kind of thing you'd want to load on demand, right? So what we did is we have our project reference, and then we use this Blazor WebAssembly lazy load include big assembly DLL, and that tells WebAssembly, hey, we're going to load this on demand. Don't load it immediately.
Right.
And then here's the clue. We added this as a scoped service, bogus class, right?
Okay.
And when we run it, we get an error. Why do you think that is?
So you're lazy loading. Okay.
Yeah. Well, here's the reason. You can't do this. I mean, there's a way around it, but as soon as the application gets to this level, which happens before it even runs, it tries to resolve this class, and it's not there. So of course it's going to blow up.
In order for that class to be available at program time, it needs to be eagerly loaded, not lazy loaded later on in the application.
Right. So if you look in counter, right, we're injecting it. Well, in order to inject it, it has to be in the pipeline, right? So it has to have been resolved here. And it's not. So this method isn't going to work. So the first thing we can do is just get rid of this. And in counter, get rid of this. And instead of injecting it, we have to new it up. So we have to say, right? And then it's going to work. So the other thing that you could do if you wanted to inject it is to create a wrapper class. And I don't have the solution here, but you can just follow along with me in your brain. You create an empty class with a create method, like a factory class, right?
Okay.
And so that class has maybe a create method, and create does this dynamic loading, right? So that happens, lazy loaded. So you have the reference when you add it to, the services, it'll resolve, but it's not going to try to instantiate a bogus class until you actually create it. So both of those things will work.
And it's not just the bogus class being instantiated, but it's a reference to the type. You can't reference the type until that library has been loaded. And since we want to lazy load it, you can't access it until you're actually on a page, and that lazy loading can kick in and grab that object and make it available for you.
Right. That's right. And the only way you could do that is with a factory. But, the best practice is just to not try to inject a lazy loaded class.
Yep. So, Carl, who's our big winner this week?
We don't have a winner this week, man.
Nobody got it right.
Nobody got it right.
Wow, we stumped the audience.
Yeah. Was that too hard? We thought we'd been too easy on you because we got a lot of great responses. Maybe this was just too challenging.
You know what? It's a good learning opportunity. Okay. Now Everybody knows a little more about lazy loading.
Exactly. So, being that nobody won a mug, we have an extra one. We get to save on postage and all that stuff. It's great. So that's the only upside I can see.
All right.
So Jeff, tell us about the next puzzle.
So I wanted to pivot. Lazy loading is one of those features that is essential to really being able to get the most out of Blazor. But there's other things that we don't talk about a lot that are essential to getting a lot out of Blazor. And among those is localization. And we don't talk about localization and globalization enough inside of when we build web applications. If it really is for the World Wide Web, it should support folks from other parts of the world. So I wanted to write some code like we see in the test console application here. If you take a look at the Program.cs on that, I wanted to write some code like this, where I could specify somebody else's culture, give folks that culture drop-down box, and I've isolated it down to these couple lines here. I want to be able to specify a culture, in this case, Spanish, and be able to specify, hey, I'm running with this culture, and show the name of that culture using that native name. So if we run just this test console application so you can see what I want to affect inside of our Blazor application is something like this, right? Hello world, running with culture Espanol.
Yeah.
That's pretty easy to do, but I want to do that with culture inside my Blazor application. So if we take a look at the Program.cs inside the Blazor application, now this is Blazor WebAssembly, you'll see here on lines 12 through 14, to simplify my problem, I just hard-coded the culture, set it to the current thread, and just wrote out a little line that'll come out to the console that says, I'm running with this culture. On my index Razor page inside this project, I added a similar line. In our language, we call this culture, and I output the current culture information. And I also put the date time now so that it will show it with that culture's preferred date time formatting. But here's the problem. Can you try to run the Blazor application here?
Sure.
And it crashes.
So
what's the problem here?
Yeah, what is the problem?
Take a look, see if you can figure out and what we need to do to address this error. But there's a secondary error that I want you to see that happens here. I want you to take a look at that and let me know what you think about that.
Yeah.
When you find the solution, make sure you send us an email. Make sure you label it Blazor Puzzle 5 and send that email to blazorpuzzle@appvnext.com.
Good luck. Hey, we want to see some entries this week.
Absolutely.
So send them in. Yeah. We got mugs to give away here.
Absolutely.
All right. And I'll be home next week, so I won't have all this hullabaloo.
It'll be better hullabaloo at home in the studio.
Definitely better looking. I don't know. I'm looking a lot like the love child of Ernest Borgnine and Heat Miser these days.
Okay. All right.
Just an observation. All right. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out BlazorTrain.com and the .NETShow.com for more great content.